Collective, welcome. I'm Nikki, your local vegan terrorist. Let's see what's going on in your love connection. Let's see if you know this person yet, if you've met them yet. I'm in a right shit mood. Maybe somebody is Canadian or British. So his name is Brittany. But somebody's could be from Britain. This could be a physical distance dynamic here. Let's see. But my life feels like a British comedy today. It's like everything that can go wrong. Little stuff, it's not, big towers. It's like little micro towers, just little irritations, frustrations, things. And as a Cancer moon, I know that I'm due for a meltdown. I've gone too long without a full meltdown. So it's time. So, I was silent yesterday. Yesterday was Sunday, making today Moon Day. So the sun and the moon, it feels kind of like, maybe this love is like a British comedy, right? I just rented 2 weeks notice, so maybe something within the next 2 weeks. 2 weeks into February is Valentine's Day, so maybe something with Valentine's Day. The 14th is important, the number 14. It's like, what is that where they, there's somebody in there like training to see something, and they're like, do you see it? And the other person goes, well, now I'm getting Lion King, where he says, look harder. So something with the water, the reflection in the water. But they kind of like, you see from their POV. I also broke this fucking nail. Anyway, you see from their POV, like it's almost like if you're maybe a little tipsy or something, where the screen's split, and then they come back and you can kind of see the image. I'm just getting that vision of somebody kind of like going from cross-eyed to open-eyed. I mean, maybe somebody's very specifically, somebody could have like a lazy or cockeye or whatever the medical term is for that, or an astigmatism or something where, they could have like blurred vision. You could be experiencing things like that, or seeing floaters, or it could be foggy where you are. There's something about the vision, and then like it sort of splits and divides, because with the number 14, if you put them together, potential spam, if you put them together, it's 5, which is a lack. But if you keep them, it sounded like that window was down. I feel, I'm sorry. I'm very flustered. Maybe you or your person are very flustered right now, but I'm seeing that kind of like dual vision where it's like taking the 5, which is a lack mentality, 5 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles. It's feeling left out in the cold, feeling like you missed opportunities, like things didn't work out for you, bit of a pity party, looking at the past and not the future. And then if you split them, it's 1 and 4, which is an ace, and then 4, which is 11-11. It's the divine union. So it's like something about isolating yourself from that, whatever it is around you that's bringing you that lack mentality. If it's people, if it's places, if it's behaviors, if you're just like sick of doing the same thing, if you're sick of, it's like it's a very stuck energy, 5s. Time to round up. And if you've been dealing with just fuck boys, fuck girls, whatever, fuck theys, fuck thems, whatever. I feel like it's a fuck them, which is, this finger breaking is very kind of honoring that. Protection spells, return to sender, you know, King of Swords and King of Wands. So we've got passion and we've got communication. We've got chemistry and communication. And then we've got the Six of Cups here. This could be same sex for some, but this is masculine energy, so that the feminine is looking at. So maybe you are kind of splitting and dividing the lens under which you look at your prospective suitors. You could have a choice between a fire sign and an air sign. This gives me there's a divide here, something about a divide. That could be a divide between you and your person in space. This is something that you need to divide. I actually just saw the symbol for division. And it was, where did I see that? And at first glance, it looked like Aries, the symbol for Aries. And I was like, ooh, caught my eye. My van's name is Aries. Aries is kind of a big thing. So hawks, eagles, birds of prey, hawks, falcons, owls are also Sagittarius energy. So it's like someone's knocking on your heaven's door here. You could be seeing a lot of symbols that are confirming to you that this connection is upon you. Fixed signs with the Wheel of Fortune here. So fixed energy, earth energy. This is also like, oh my gosh, I feel like finally, like things have just been going wrong. But I think that you're looking at it like a British comedy, and because you're laughing along with the tragedy, because with this Six of Cups here, it's like, that reminds me of the song Not Another Day in Paradise. That's Phil Collins. That song might resonate with you. But Another Perfect Day. Another Day in Paradise. Maybe it is Paradise. It's a country song, and it's like something about the washing machine is broken. It's like nothing's going right. I feel like you and your person are going to be the type of couple that roll with the punches. I'm getting like, not King of the Hill. See, King of the Hill. King of the Hill would be like King of Pentacles, maybe. I'm getting, is it King of Queens? King of Queens? That's very Emperor energy. Like the king of all the queens would be the Emperor. Because the Empress and the Emperor are the culmination of all the kings, all the queens, masculine, divine, feminine, divine, masculine, divine, feminine energy, dark, light, all the modalities, all the elements. They are the crafters, the alchemists. But King of Queens, right? Yeah, because he lives in Queens. Anyway, Kevin James, Kevin Smith, what's his name? I'm getting things mixed up here. There's something about needing to separate things, which is very much with that 4 energy, bringing peace and bringing balance to your thoughts, bringing, so meditative 4 of Swords, Virgo and Aquarius energy, going into hermit mode for the purpose of healing. We're going to get through this reading. Thank you for everyone who has the patience here. I've just been over here, yeah. Alchemizing, Page of Swords. Okay, so feminines could be feeling quite flustered because they're waiting for someone to come through and communicate. They maybe are dealing with someone who is operating like only halfway. They're not full volume. What's that? Turn it up to 11? Is that what musicians say? Like that? Turn it up to 11. So 11 is 11:11. It's that new beginning. It's the portal. We did just have the, well, what's today? Did we just have the 111 portal? I don't even know what day it is. God. I know it's Monday, but I don't know. Anyway, maybe this moon really rocked you. You could have like heavy water placements, and this moon affected you quite a bit. particularly feminines, because the masculine's coming in with Wheel of Fortune, Three of Cups, so that's an offer, that's a date, that's a reason to celebrate. And they just can't wait. So, something about rhyming. This person's kind of like a riddler. They're very kind of silly. Playful, but yeah, it's like they laugh along with the tragedy. I feel like you two are just gonna roll with the punches. You're like, so when one of you's in a mood, the other's like here to lift you up, and then vice versa. Red Bull gives you wings, because I'm seeing a lot of wings here, especially here with the fixed signs. They all have the wings though, because it's all coming in like which is earth and air energy. I feel like the communication around you is subpar, and that's Family Man, Nicolas Cage, where he's in his glimpse and he's looking at the closet. He's like, oh, this is just subpar. But then their partnership is all chaos. It's all madness, but they roll with it, and they're still in love. And he says that. He's like, after 14 years of marriage or 13 years of marriage, we're still in love. The love will not change. 9 of Swords. See, that's like anxiety, chaos of the mind, and it's usually depicted or pictured as someone who's really struggling with their thoughts. They look stressed. But these are 9 of Swords, but look how, I was going to say choreographed. Somebody could do something where they choreograph, or like are very good at multitasking, maybe for the job that you do. You may have to choreograph. I mean, you may have children with this person, or you may already like blend families or come together, but there's some sort of like great choreography that needs to take place, to maintain the chaos in your life. But the chaos in your life is just silly. It's not like maybe something with laundry, it's like, because I am getting like the washing machine, which is funny because that song, because I am doing laundry this morning. Well, I think I'm doing laundry this morning. It's been crazy. I had to rewash 2 loads, put them together, and chance them bleeding together because the powder that didn't dissolve. It was the whole thing. Broke a nail, and then there was a piece of paper, and that got everywhere, like a note or a piece of cardboard tag or whatever in the washing machine. Someone moved my card. It was just like a day from the moment I got up. Like I woke up late. It was just, but everything worked out. Like everything's fine. There's no great tragedy here. But I'm like, maybe this person is kind of letting you know that you can just cry. You can sort out your anxiety with them. You can vent to them. King of Swords. Yeah, this is a very good listener, this masculine. We have the King of Swords twice here. This is a very balanced, patient, good listener. The King of Wands. Okay, so the King of Wands clarified the King of Swords, and the King of Swords clarified the King of Wands. So I'm thinking this is the same person. This is the same person, but it's like they had to like separate passion and communication somehow. Which we'll look into that and figure out what the heck that means, because it's like something had to be separated, and it could be you two physically in separation or needing to emotionally separate. But it's like there's a balancing of the communication, and it's this masculine has dreamed of this feminine. They've called them in, they've manifested them, and they want to offer them this Wheel of Fortune. I feel like the masculine feels very sure about the ability to navigate whatever perceived challenges you have currently. Someone is a prophet here. The woman in here is Elizabeth Clare, prophet. Oof. Well, I hit a stone wall and I didn't know how to get around it. One day I just broke down, and out of the midst of my tears, I could hear my anguished soul giving me the key. Something about a key you could be moving in together. I had been beating up on myself ever since I had found out the news. All this time I had believed that I was a bad person because I had gotten sick. I had never forgiven myself for the cancerian placements again, because I didn't think I was worthy of forgiveness. That was the wall. There's some sort of that 5, right? That 5, that preconceived or perceived lack mentality. There's something that's kind of like a wall here. There's a wall here. And I feel like it's more on the feminine side. So masculines, if you're here, send out some love and all the things that this masculine seems to have. Patience, they're a good listener, all of those things. If you can't actively do that in your feminine's space because you either haven't met them or because they are you haven't met them, or they're in separation, there's a need for some sort of separation or divide. Now that could be because somebody had to go away for work. That could be because maybe you met and there were other connections involved. I do not give into I don't feed into third party energy if it comes to like choosing between two people, because you should always, for it to be divine, the only choice should be coming out of being single or this union. That's an unpopular opinion. Smoke signals. Yeah, this feminine is like sending out an SOS. Sending out an SOS to the world. To the world. So maybe there's a masculine earth or fixed placements again. Yeah, we have shields to the world. But that is like... And then, yeah, we have the 3 of Cups again. Just ask this feminine out. Smoke signals. This feminine's struggling with doing everything themselves. Look at this Page of Cups here. Like that vessel on top of their head looks like... I'm getting... bob your head and break your neck. Break your neck. Busta Rhymes. And there's that rhyming again. Somebody speaks in riddles, I feel. And this feminine with the passion. And it's like there's passion and that fiery energy. All 4 of these kings have beards. So someone could have like a lot of facial hair, a lot of hair on their head. This masculine could be a very hairy, beastly masculine. Corn Maiden. I don't know where... Oh, it's back there. Corn Maiden. And the Matriarch of Shields. There's a lot of earth energy here. Corn. Contentment. 6 of Cups. And strength with the number 8. 3 of Pentacles. Okay, so yeah, this feminine, yes, they want to be asked out. Yes, they want to do something fun. We've got the swords. We've got air, fire, and water here. But what this feminine needs with the Matriarch of Shields, the Queen of Pentacles, is this Ace of Pentacles. I need something I've never received before. This could be a physical, tangible gift that represents this masculine, like, I'm here. I'm finally here. I remembered you. I remembered us. I remembered we're supposed to be together. Remember who you are. There's somebody remembering to put down the woes. Yeah, there's that 5 of Pentacles and the Page of Swords again. Put down the fear. Put down the lack. It's not yours to bear. You need to figure out who you need to forgive. If it's somebody else that's never going to ask for your forgiveness, you can give it to them anyway. There are ways of doing that. The world. I was getting the world because it was the earth. Sending out an SOS to the world. Knight of Pentacles. Okay. This masculine's been taking their sweet time. King of Swords. Queen of Cups. This Queen of Cups. She always looks so pissy to me. It's so funny. She's like, You guys might have the Five of Cups. Yeah, Five of Cups, Five of Pentacles. Okay, so you might have quite, you two are kind of sassy with each other. And I think you're going to have a lot of makeup, not breakups. It's like there's such a security here that you know you're not going anywhere, so you know you can push each other's buttons, you know that, and not in a manipulative way or immature way. It's like you know exactly how to kind of dial into this person. Someone could be dialing your number right now to send you a message, to send out a message that's like, you know, on my way, or I'm here for you, or maybe they can just sense it. If this is somebody that you've already interacted with, they might sense it, and this could be the type of link that you have with this person where they just message you right when you need someone to message you, and you might not even be thinking about them distinctly, but it's like you could be kind of struggling emotionally or mentally and feeling frustrated or feeling like, oh gosh, I'm losing faith that good people even exist, that honorable love, that unconditional love exists. And then it's like somebody, it could be a friend too, that just know, it's like they just reach out and it's like, I was just thinking about you, I was just thinking, or I was just, you know, needing somebody to reach out. It's like this person is on that level with you where they just know that you need somebody. You know that I could use somebody, someone like you, someone like you. Something about a golden rooster, like a golden bird, golden instrument. We've got these golden alligator, golden gator. It's like a good, sounds like a good, like restaurant or something. Yeah, maybe this person's gonna ask you out to dinner because Tia in, I was gonna say Prince of Toads, Frog Princess and the Frog. Y'all, 10. Something is coming to an ending. This tragedy is coming to an ending. There's a need to just laugh. Maybe do some laughing yoga while you just flip the bird to all that does not serve you. Because I feel the struggle. The struggle is real. Being single, being out in this world on your own. It's like, Moby also reminds me, the song is in Skeleton Key. Something about a key to the heart, skeleton key, death, scorpionic energy. Somebody is giving you the key, or somebody is bringing you the key. Very specifically, this could be somebody who like is a locksmith, or comes and, or like roadside assistance, or somebody that drives a tow truck or something with the vehicle, because I am getting a lot of chariot, you know, automotive issues possibly, or vehicular issues. You know, so sending out high vibes to those who are struggling with that. But there's something about this instrument, and when I hear this, it's like the trumpet. It's like the savior. The hero has arrived. And then a hero comes along with the strength to carry on. Leo energy. And you cast your fears aside. That 5 energy that's what happens when you have a 5 or higher. You round it up. You round it up. It's like somebody's math has been wrong. The math here is very simple. Everything adds up. Everything is equally divisible. It's not like long division. This isn't fucking calculus or algebra. This is like 1 + 1 = me and you, 2. It's very simple. I like that because I feel like you've had enough complexity in your life that you're ready for some simple. Whoa, yeah, the rabbit popping out of the hat. The magician's pulling a rabbit out of a hat. 4. And that 4 with the 4 rabbits here represents fecundity. It represents fertility. It represents a leader. You know, some of you know the white rabbit is very big on my travels, in my life. Also hummingbirds. In my silence, I was napping out in the desert, and a hummingbird woke me up, singing their little song. It's like somebody's sending out a call. And butterflies, particularly orange butterflies, maybe raccoons. Raccoons are in the cat family, so some sort of feline symbols, whatever you consider. Maybe you consider rabbits a symbol, alligators a symbol, or lizards, and you're seeing these things. The color green is very important with 7 here. You could be a life path 7, but there's a lot about following your heart. This lantern in the sky, you're following the stars. Lights in the sky. Lights in the sky. Signs, you're following the signs. Mel Gibson, Joaquin Phoenix, Capricorn and Scorpio in the movie Signs. M. Night, so maybe Monday night, maybe tonight. Or a Monday night. Also moon and night, moon day. This SOS could come in like at night. The roses. Roses. I walked in the corner with the party screen. And 7 again. 7s are very important. We've got 7 in the word. And then 7 here. Someone with this green here and the way that he's dressed, it reminds me of also the 7s there. How one is written and one is a number. It reminds me of that meme. It reminds me of that meme from Lord of the Rings memes or whatever, where it says Legolas in the books or Legolas in the movies, and it shows Orlando Bloom. I don't remember what he is. He could be a Gemini, he could be a Capricorn, he could be an Aquarius. I don't know what he is. Clearly he could be any of the signs, but whatever Orlando Bloom is might be significant. Maybe OB, somebody could be getting pregnant. I am getting fecundity. There's a lot of fertility here, and pregnancy with the strength and the sun and Leo energy is very much about the birth. So it could be a rebirth, an ego death followed by an ego rebirth, right? So it's like you're coming into this new reformed way of thinking about yourself, feeling about yourself, which is attracting this person in, because it's like the final piece to, it's the final key. It's the skeleton key that opens all the doors. And I'm seeing someone like a very, like you are your own tower, which I was getting with the reflection earlier, that the eagle, there's an eagle looking at its reflection. It's like when I finally find the motherfucker that's responsible for all my bad behavior, and it's an eagle looking at their own reflection or something. So again, with the eagle, birds of prey could be very important. But Legolas in the movies, and it shows Orlando Bloom, and it says Legolas in the books, and it just says the word Legolas, his name. I just think that's really funny. That's like a funny dad joke. But it's like, it's very simple. It's very simple. Like, you just have to laugh about it. You have to roll with the punches. Like, what other choice do you have? You could just live in a tragedy, or you could flip the script on the chaos. Pies. Ooh. Yeah. I'm gonna get some pastries today. There's a place that has vegan pastries. And it's just that kind of day where I don't want to be good. I want to be bad. The Lorax, you and your person could be very concerned about the environment. And that could be all environments that you're in. It might not be the literal environment of the earth alone. It could just be, maybe you and your person are just worriers. You're anxious about everything. And maybe that's why you have that link. They understand. Maybe they see things going on in the world. They know that you're concerned about it. You know that the other is, whether you've met or not, when you meet, you're going to understand each other. And it's like that song Roses, I walked in the corner. It's like, that's a wallflower. So if you're in crowded spaces, or if you meet this person in a crowded space, or at like a party or a gathering, some sort of celebration, maybe you meet at a celebration, it's like you're both in the corner, or they see you in the corner, and they might be opposite to you and be the person that helps bring you out of your shell. But I feel like one of you for sure is like a wallflower. And so somebody channels their anxiety into extroversion, and somebody channels it internally into a more introverted place, right? Yeah, because it's, do you trust me? I see a masculine reaching out their hand, maybe to ask you to follow them, join them, dance with them. I'm getting let me follow. Yeah, with the leadership, there's somebody who's a good leader with the rabbit, because it's like they're leading you down this rabbit hole. They're leading you further into yourself. This love is leading you further into yourself. That white rabbit could be important. Maybe somebody's name is Alice. Maybe somebody's name is Johnny, or their initials are JD, because I'm getting Johnny Depp when he plays in the Alice in Wonderland version as the Mad Hatter. I know he's not the rabbit, but she does get led to him, and their relationship is very important in that first one. And then the second one is through the looking glass. There's something about the mirroring. All that water energy is I think it's really, it's necessary for this. Leave it. Thank you. But if you see the way that she's looking at this cup, it's like, it's on lockdown. Lockdown, baby. But yeah, the threes are important here as well. I see somebody, hopping on there and following them. Nelly. I know. There's an intruder. Good girl. Whatever. Gemini, lovers. So it could be a Gemini, have strong Gemini placements, but that gives me the lovers, who is, that gives me the lovers. And then I want to pull from the animal tracks, because I am getting this, it's, something about the Southwest. Maybe you're traveling there, maybe you and your person are meeting from other places, or I feel like this person's going to take you out of the place you're in, and you're going to move away together. 888 on the back here. We've got, yeah, this is new communication, this is new stability, and new love. But the chemistry might be you need to talk about that, because this chemistry might be so intense that you initially think this is probably just a fun thing, but you don't want a fun thing. Ooh, domestic cow, King of Cups, King of Hearts here, but the domestic cow is, yeah, and then the King of Wands. This is a surprisingly, pocket gophers, this is a surprisingly domesticated, could be a very earthy fire masculine, or a very fiery earth masculine. But that King of Wands, which is cardinal earth, which would be Capricorn, or fixed fire, which would be Leo. Those could be some signs that are important here. And I thought one was flipped over, and I went to look for it, and it was the King of Cups again. And I get Taurus energy with that domestic cow. So, and then the pocket gophers came out again, the King of Wands. A lot of masculine fire energy. We have the King of Wands thrice. We, three kings, which is pre-emperor. There's one king missing. And where is he? We've had the King of Cups. We've had the King of Wands 3 times. 3.5, because he's popping out. And then we have the popping out. Yeah, this masculine's very physically attracted to you feminines. Nelly, can you shut the fuck up? American pica or pica. Somebody could have like a nutrient deficiency or vitamin deficiency that they're working through, because with pica I'm getting like somebody has like a mineral or vitamin deficiency, nutrient deficiency. I don't think it's anything serious, you're just figuring it out, but pica often comes up in women who are pregnant. So I am getting pregnancy. 10 of Pentacles, this is the, growing old together, building together, building. So yeah, I was seeing like you are your own tower, and each one of that skeleton key, like each one of your chakras are blowing, opening up. I was getting blowing up, so it's like a wind, breath of fresh air. This is a very refreshing connection because it's so simple. It's not complicated. It's not elusive or confusing. Both of you know what you want. Imagine that. What is that like? 4 of Cups. Yeah, somebody's been, and the 2 of Cups, somebody's been holding back because the 5 of Cups energy, somebody's been really, with the red fox, I get with that rooster, like a feminine who is like a chicken in a coop, afraid of the fox or afraid of the raccoon, because I had a raccoon actually kill one of my roosters years ago, and it was really, really heartbreaking because he was a rescue rooster. He and this little other one, they had only ever been in a cage their whole life, and then I brought them home, and they were not completely free range, but they were they had a coop, and they were in a fenced in space, but it was open, and then they weren't there very long, and so something about white feathers could be leading you to your person. I'm seeing like breadcrumbs or a bread trail. There's some sort of trail of signs that your person is leading you to them, and his feathers, this rooster's feathers trailed. You could see he was a tiny little thing too, and he put up a really big fight, and the feathers led to the pond or the lake that I lived on, and so it was clear that that's where they took him. But anyway, I don't know why I'm telling that story. It's a terrible story to tell in a love reading, but it is like out of this tragedy or out of this death that you're actually coming back to the water. You're coming back to your heart, because you're coming out of this coyote energy, the red fox, swift fox, and kit fox. See, it's like this trail of tears almost, right? This trail of tears. And see all these fox prints, they look the same. It's the same. It's coming out of this lack mentality. Everything's just look the same, but you're coming to this too. And then let's go ahead with that, because I am getting trail of tears. One more. There he is. The Knight of Pentacles. Cottontail rabbits. Rabbits are very important here. And it tells you like what region they're in. And JP, Jonathan Popple, is the person's name. So a lot of J's. You could be seeing the letter J, or have with the jack here. Jacks represent pages and or knights, depending on how you look at them and the energy that they come in. Usually pentacles would be feminine energy, would be more the pages. Masculine energy could be read as the knights, because it's action, and knights are action. Pages are planning, so they're more of like a reclusive energy. Spiders or spider webs could be important. When I was in my silence, I walked through a spider web, and then I had, that song by No Doubt in my head. No doubt. There's no doubts in this connection. Ooh, I like that for y'all. It's so simple. This is very simple. And where some people might roll their eyes because they just are like, oh, I'm just looking for passion or whatever. It's like, oh, you have the passion. That's there. But that's not what we're here to talk about. 4 of Wands, 1111, which is the white-footed mice. Again, more fecundity. I think you two are also going to be kind of under the radar like whatever you're doing, it might seem small, but it's very important. And it's more about the family. I get the mice. The mice is about the family versus like the Ten of Pentacles is about the family and the community, building in that unit, creating that unit that others feel safe in. The Seven of Pentacles, this has been your dream because you were probably raised in chaos. So that's why you and your person are so good at rolling with the punches and all of that. Maybe there was physical abuse in your childhood, or with past connections possibly. But I get like also in the energy book, the devil. Yeah, there's a lot of Capricorn energy as well, but it's like you've made angels out of your devils. You've made light out of your shadows. You are the star in your night sky. Oh, that's pretty. Did you guys just blush when I said that? I feel it. Maybe this person's gonna say that. Also, Willow. He was a Capricorn. Val Kilmer, VK. But I love you, Sorsha. And this is like a sorceress feminine, possibly. Let's pull one more from the masculine. 41 on the clock there. Knight of Cups. And there's that Queen of Cups. And the Four of Cups. I've been waiting for a guy like you. Queen of Wands. Yeah, there's some sass here. The High Priestess. Yeah, this is this feminine is... There's no confusion with this feminine. They will not tolerate confusion. Because this Two of Swords is like it's masculine energy that's fighting with itself. Leo with the suns there. This feminine is with the moon, with the Chariot here and the High Priestess. This is a feminine that is very much connected to the moon. And it doesn't matter what you say. If they don't feel it, or if they feel something is off, something's off. Period. This feminine is very sensitive to the 5D, to the unseen. And this masculine might not be the best at expressing that, because the way that they were presenting with the King of Wands and the King of Swords is they're okay talking about passion in that sense, physical passion, but emotional passion might be a trip up for them. It typically is for masculines. But there's something about this, the two of you, you've rolled with the punches. You've really, you're very adaptable. You can blend in, and mice are very resourceful. They sneak into little areas and they make a whole home. They build a whole family. It's like, even though the world feels like it's closing in on both of you, and you're kind of inundated with these attacks, with these attempted attacks, it's like you both are going to roll with that and use those devils to be your angels. That is words and pictures. Yeah, one of you could be quite emotional, very artistic, and the other could be very analytical, literal. There's some sort of difference in you, the way that you receive information, but your love language is the same somehow, which is strange. It's like people can be raised in the same environment and have completely different love languages, and it's like you were raised in maybe different environments and you have the same love language. So there's something about that. It could be the first, it could be the former, or it could be the latter, but there's something about how different you are makes you the same. I don't know if that makes sense, because it's like a picture is worth 1,000 words. And in that movie, I think he's a Libra and I believe she's a Pisces. But words and pictures, they are like, they they're very sassy with each other. They talk like, you know, a lot of shit to each other, and that's like their game. But then when it's serious, when you need to be serious, they both can be serious. Because there is a lot of depth in these individuals because of the tragedy that you've been through. But I feel that you sort of cover that up. One of you could cover that up by being, again, very extroverted, and one of you could be sort of antisocial or introverted, where it's like, but there's a poem in there that says, you know, lay down in the snow with me. Something with snow could be important. Paris or French could be important. Maybe like a French bistro or French pastries, crepes, creams. Anyway, I think I'm just hungry. But it says, let's lay down in the snow with me, make angels, make devils, make who you are. There's such a perfect simplicity and balance to this connection that you can be who you most authentically are. If you're in a mood where the devils are coming out, this person will hold space for that or give space for that, right? They're not going to personalize it, internalize it, gaslight you, call you names, or put you down, or degrade you in any way where it's like it's your fault that you're feeling a way about something. There's no problem with that. You are a human being, and that's okay. I don't even know if I want to post this reading. I probably will, just because I feel like there's a message in the anxiety, there's a message in the frustration, there's a message in the silence for somebody out there. Because I try not to let, aggravated energy be a deterrent, because then there's probably a collective out there, or a portion of the collective, that is going through that same energy. Because we're all linked, when we all tap into it. But man, I see a lot of hope here, but I'm also in a very kind of cynical space right now. But I'm also laughing about it. So it's like it's a mixed bag of emotions here. And maybe the simplicity of it will be triggering for somebody. Maybe somebody expected it to be more complex. But I feel like it's embraced the simplicity of it. That the biggest challenge, I can't even say it, but the biggest challenge for children of chaos is peace. That's like the biggest antagonist to someone who is used to war, is peace. So that might be a challenge here for one or both of you, initially, to kind of settle into and embrace the simplicity and the beauty of not being confused. But this is here to say, like, work through that. Like, I'm getting the sweats or whatever. See, this might bring you a lot of anxiety because it is, but this is what you wanted. This is what you prayed for, what you asked for, and it's coming in. And I think that the biggest reason that we doubt that is because everything in our lives up until the point that we come into union has told us we are not worthy of that love. That's what the devil wants you to think. The devil wants you to think that you are not worthy of this love, of this abundance, of this life that you always dreamed of with that Seven of Pentacles. Seeds that you planted in your mind, in your heart, in the soil, in the earth of you. It's like you put them away and they were closed into the boxes of your chakras. And because of all this work that you've done with that Four of Swords, meditative tapping into the self, you've found a skeleton key somewhere. It's like it fell down in the cracks of your seat or something and you found it. It's like when you were doing the shadow work, you found the key and you're like, oh, this is the one that opens the door. And you find whatever this piece of information is, or whatever this thing is that you tap into, this realization you have, this perspective, like you sort of like separate yourself from the tragedies, from the stuff. You forgive who you need to forgive, and you create this distance, this necessary distance between the tragedy and yourself. And maybe you use comedy to do that. Maybe you use that physical separation where you go into your introversion and you're a wallflower, or maybe you become more extroverted, right? But it's almost like it's very much that bipolarity aspect of merging of the two and bringing it together. So it's not bipolar, it's polar. So this could be your polar sign, but polar signs often come up as twin flames because why not? They do all the good stuff that twin flames do as far as triggering and not triggering, but well, I believe that your karmic is also your twin. Like, it's a facet of it, which we don't need to get into all of my beliefs, but anyway, but if you followed me for a while, you know that's how I talk about it, that it's all your person. It's not the physical vessel as much as the energy. And there's something like that. Maybe there's just a click where you realize, like, oh, that person was not my fullest expression of my divine feminine or divine masculine, so I can let that go. Maybe once you have that moment where you go, oh, that is not the identifier for me, that is not the construct under which I operate or attract love and attract abundance. And once you do that, I envision you standing there and all of your chakras open up like little doors, like in the Keebler tree. It's like they all open up, and it's this rainbow, it's this prism of light that shoots out of you, and that is like your divine call to your person. So prism of light. And see, it's so simple. It's like once you have this one key, everything opens up. And you thought it was more complex than that. You thought there was more work to be done, or that you were further away from this union or this healing that you've been looking for and working for so long. It all comes in at once. And once it comes in, it's that realization. It's the skeleton key that opens the doors to this love, because this love is multifaceted. It is a prism. It's not black or white. It is not the absence of color or the presence of color. It's both simultaneously. Chew on that for a while. Trident. Also, like the trident, sea god, right? Poseidon. Maybe something with the sea. There's a lot with the sea and water here. Major water energy. So, but it's like the king of the sea. That's the only one we've been missing, really, coming out fully. We need that king of cups and that king of pentacles to come in. We have the king of swords and the king of fire there, king of wands, like they are coming out repeatedly. And maybe that was the only placement that this masculine thought they had value in, was like their ability to be a good physical lover, and that was it. They didn't think that they were worthy of love that was deeper, or that they could be loved for anything other than their wand or their words. Something about words. Maybe this person speaks out or something, like they could be, King of Swords is usually someone who's like in some sort of judicial system. They could be a teacher. They could be, in Words and Pictures, they are teachers. They're like at a private school. They're teachers, they're leaders, like they were leaders for other people. But they've never led in love. This masculine and this feminine has never been led in love. So there's this light is leading you to each other. This prism of light, this internal prism of light is like lighting the way to your person. And you come together, and I see where it kind of like, you come from all of this complexity to simplicity. It's like a bow tie. It's like a neat little bow. It's a present. Somebody is getting a present here, a physical, tangible gift. But this is also with the Wheel of Fortune. This is your divine gift with a bow on top, a big old bow on top. I don't know, hopefully you guys, there's something in here for you. I know it's a lot of strange energy and tense energy and messages, so I appreciate everyone for sticking around. Thank you all for your love, your support, your patience. And until next time, I wish you well.